I believe that it's vitally important in the veterinary industry to have resilience. This week, Bondi Vet asked clients what they thought their vet's superpower was. And that got me wondering what my clients would say my superpower was. And then I started to think what I thought my own veterinary superpower was. And I came up with one word: resilience. I believe that it's vitally important in the veterinary industry to have resilience. Being a vet makes you 4 times more likely than the general population to commit suicide. That is a widely reported and scary statistic. Now, why is resilience so important as a part of this? Well, through my own experience, I've found that resilience allows me to face up to my anxiety and my depression and seek help when I need it. And then my resilience allows me to be able to talk about it. And I think that that is the most important part. The first time that my resilience was really challenged was during vet school in second year. My father was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. And that was really challenging. I was only 19 when he was diagnosed, and that was a lot to deal with. Before my 21st birthday, he passed away, and I was with him when he died. Now, that was a lot to deal with on top of vet school. My resilience managed to kick in, and I managed to sit all my exams and pass everything that I needed to graduate and become the vet that I always wanted to be. Fast forward 6 months from graduation, I experienced my first burnout, and that was really bad. I had dreamed of being a vet since I was 5, and within 6 months of working as a vet, I hated it. I was depressed. I was so miserable. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. I was able to go and get help. I broke down in front of my boss. I bawled my eyes out and I told him that I was not doing well, and he was kind, and that made a difference. I've faced burnout more times than I'd like to admit, but my resilience is what allows me to seek help each time. And as I've gotten older and as I've dealt with it more, I've had so much therapy that it helps so much. Meeting my psychologist changed my life, and she has helped me to learn how to be resilient. I wasn't born with natural resilience, but Trish helped me to find mine. She helped me to see what it is to be somebody who can live life with a mental health disorder, with anxiety and depression, and manage it, and help me understand that it's not something that I will cure, it's something that I manage. She inspired me to speak openly about my struggles with anxiety and depression. I make sure that my staff know what I've been through, so that they know that if they're ever feeling that way, they can come and talk to me about it. Without my resilience, there's no way I would feel comfortable talking to them about it. In fact, when sadly a veterinarian in New South Wales committed suicide, I made sure our team sat down as a group and discussed it, and discussed what we could do for each other and how we could be there for each other, and if we were ever feeling that way, to know that somebody is always there to listen and help them find the help they need. And in a beautiful twist, at the end of that meeting, one of the staff members turned around and said to me, "Belinda, you know that if you're ever feeling that way, we want you to be able to talk to us about it too." And that is so important. That's what being a resilient team is about. And it's about being able to have these really difficult discussions and to support each other. And I believe that if I could gift resilience to everybody, to all the vets in the world, then I think that that could make a big difference with that nasty statistic about suicide and vets. So mental health is something I'm obviously very passionate about. I want to help to eliminate the stigma that's associated with it. And the only way I can do that is by being resilient. Facing up to my mental health when it comes and bites me in the ass, like it always does, and surprises me because I think that I've bloody well fixed it, and I haven't. because it's not something that can be fixed, it's only something that can be managed. And certainly when it's managed and I'm feeling really good, no one would know I've got anything going on. So that is my veterinary superpower, is that I'm resilient. And if I could wish one veterinary superpower upon all of you other vets and vet nurses and vet techs out there, it would be that you can be resilient too. I hope you enjoyed today. It's a little heavier than usual, but I think it's a really important topic to talk about, and I'd love for you to share your own experiences about being resilient in vet practice with me. And I really feel like resilience is something that crosses all the boundaries. I might be a small animal vet, but I know that resilience is really important in large animal vet work, as it is working in government, as it is working in the universities. Resilience is something that I think is underrated. So yeah, hope you have a lovely night. Bye.